Hello everyone, this is Alejandra Gomez with creatingwithali.com, and the next card I'm going to be showing you is the one featuring the Dandy Garden Suite, which is the one that has this design series paper. So let me just show you here. This is from page 24, 25 and all the way through 27th. So there's different things in this suite, and I just wanted to show you. I know that this is the paper share, so we're going to be focusing everything on the gorgeous paper, a design series paper included in this collection. I love, to be honest, that I have one side that has more of a pattern design, meaning it's just one color and then there's some sort of pattern. I like that because I feel like you can make so many cards with it. And then on the other side, you can see there's different other patterns here that are more like floral or leaves, or it has the dragonflies. This one can actually be, not this one, there's another one, and I probably don't have it here. Oh, here. This one can be cut out with one of the punches included in the suite. And so there's so many options, and one of the things that I want to share with you is, especially I've noticed that when we have the packs, the 6x6 packs, they have a lot of more variety. Usually they give us, Stampin' Up! Give us more options for us to kind of mix and match. And so definitely you're going to be seeing that. For my card, I actually picked 3 different design series papers out of these. So I have this one. I love that I have a little bit of that yellow. Then I use this one, which kind of remind me a little bit of those, the same type of flower, but now it's more like a dandelion, right? And then, of course, I use the same one, the same design, but it's more of a tiny one, and it uses Whisper White and the, what is this color? Bumblebee. So I love that they kind of coordinate. And so most of the times I love these type of packs for that type of things where, I can make cards most of the times with packs like that. These are perfect because you can kind of mix and match different patterns from the packs. And so what I would recommend is, if you don't like this color combination or these designs that I pick, there's so much other options, right? Like you could use also this one and maybe just enhance a little bit more of that pattern, or you can go with these. Oh, this one looks really nice. So like I said, you can be mix and matching the different other papers. Just, oh, look at this one. So you could also be looking at those, or I can be, see, so there's lots of options. Just choose. I love this one. It seems like it has a lot of that dragonfly, so I would probably go with something like these. So again, just look for things that you like or the partners that you like. There's too many options, as you can see. And again, you have one side that is more monochromatic, or not monochromatic, that is just one color, but it has a pattern. And so those would be the ones that I typically use like for backgrounds. So anyway, so let me just share with you what I did with this one. Again, for this card class, we're going to be using the Pretty Perennials just because we wanted to make it easy for all of you. As we didn't want to be, we're going to be showing you how to make cards with a design series paper. But of course, there's so many products on the suite that we couldn't really make using it, making the cards using all the products from the suite, because it will be kind of too expensive in a way. So instead, we're wanting to show you what you can do with all the papers, but just with the one set. So in this case, we're going to be showing again the Pretty Perennials. And so let me share with you what I've done here. So for this one, I have my card base as the Mossy Meadow, which again came from the color combination. That's another thing. I love using the design series paper so that I can get my color combination. So in this case, I have Bumblebee, Mossy Meadow, and Whisper White. And as usual, there's always the color combinations on the on your catalog. You can see it right here, and also on the back of your design series paper. You'll have the color combinations that they have there. But anyway, once you have this one, in my case, then I thought, okay, let's just enhance that Bumblebee. So I went with that color. And then, of course, this one kind of complemented both. That being said, then that's how I picked my my card base, which in this case is the Mossy Meadow. So for this one, This one is 8.5 by 5.5. I can already score. I'm gonna fold it in half. I also have 2 pieces of cardstock here, and these are just scraps. These are 1/2 inch strips by, I think it's like 4 and something. Yeah, 4 1/4. And the same thing is gonna be with this one. Yeah, 4 1/4, and it is if I put it here, yeah, and it is 1/2 inch for the bumblebee. This one is 4 1/8 by 1 1/4. And then for these ones, I usually like to have the one on top smaller than the other one. So this one is going to be 3.5 by 4 3/4. And this one, it's going to be 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. I've also already die cut one of the circles with the stitch framelits, and this one is from the largest to the smallest one's the second one, and it is in Whisper White, or I should say basic white nowadays, I think. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and bring our bone folder. I always, even though it is pre-score, I always like to use my bone folder to ensure I have a nice crisp fold. And then I'm going to be gluing down these pieces. Like in this case, I want to show both of the patterns. So I'm going to go in an angle, and I'm trying to show as much as I can, if you can see it here, right? Then this one is going to go right here. Probably need to cut a little bit. This one is 4 1/8 if I remember. Well, it looks nice. I think I'm going to leave it that way. And then I have this one. This is the one that I'm going to be doing in banner ends. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them out. And then I'm going to have here my sentiment, and maybe add a little bit of sentiment here with this one. I will also add a bow potentially with this ribbon. I'm not really sure if I want the bow or not, but I probably will be playing with this ribbon as well, which is the silver metallic edge ribbon. And so let's just go stamping with this. And like I mentioned, we're going to be using the Pretty Perennials. In my case, I thought of this one like a little dandelion, which would go really well with this type of designer, the design that I have of the pattern that I have on this design series paper. And so I'm going to be using this one as well as this little stem, I thought. And then I'm going to use the happy, because I definitely love the happy on this one. And I'm going to be putting the one that says sending lots of happy. I think that will be really, really cute. So I have everything already mounted. And because it's photopolymer, I'm going to be using my pierce mat, as you can see. So let's just go ahead and bring the Early Espresso. And I am going to stamp the sending lots in the center. And it's usually hard for me to see the center sometimes. Oh, pretty good. When I am filming, sometimes a little bit challenging because you have a camera in front of you, which typically you wouldn't. And so, anyway, so some things to consider. And then the happy, I'm gonna go ahead and put it like right. I think I'm gonna put it like right on top. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring the little, like I said, it seems like dandelion. So I'm going to be using that one with the bumblebee. So I'm going to go ahead and put it like one here. And like maybe another one right there. And then I'm going to stamp the stamp with the Mostly Made. I'm just going to close this. I don't like having too many pads open because sometimes that leads into accidents, you know, like you get everything is stained, and so I don't like that. And so we're going to go ahead and play a little bit with this one. And then have this one like right there. See? So they're gonna have like a little shape there. And we are going to put it into, like, I want to have this one that says happy. I want to put this one like right there. I definitely love this stamp set a lot for that. I love that you can build your sentiments. I don't know if I want the, I feel like for this one, I probably want it to be in an angle, you know, just because it finished like off happy. So I don't know what it is. If it were ending in this word, and I know I'm kind of weird on that, but I feel like it kind of is like the banner end works better when you're finishing the sentence or the word, right? And in this case, I am starring it, so I don't want to have that banner end, but I like how it looks that way. So this is how I'm picturing that. And again, you can put something else. You can also do one that says happy birthday and have it right there too. So it could be anything. It could be anything depending on the sentiment that you have here. You have happy mail. You have happy for you. Happy birthday. You make me happy. So lots of options with this one. Like I said, I really like this stamp set. I think that it was well designed. So definitely excited with that. And let's just start gluing down our designer series paper. And like I said, I'm going to have an angle. Let's just see. So I'm going to have that. And then I'm going to move this one like so. Yes. Okay. So now let's add this one here. And look at this one. This one looks also gorgeous. Like I said, I love, love, love the different patterns. And I definitely like when Stampin' Up! Kind of coordinate all of them. And it gave us lots of options for us to play. So very excited for sure with this. Well, I would have liked it more towards this end, but it's okay. It's okay, you know? And then I'm going to be adding, yeah, it's fine. Totally fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. Oh, look into that one as well. You could have gone that way. I feel like because my card base is in this color, it doesn't pop up as much. If you have used or if you use Whisper White as your card base, then this one will pop up even more. So just think those things as you are designing, like what is the color of your cardstock. Play with it. You'll see that it'll start getting even easier as you go that route. So here is, there you go. Now I'm going to bring the Taylor Tag Punch. This is one of my favorite punches. I think I use it in 90% of my cards. I love how easy it is. And you can see here, I'm putting it right there. In the middle. And then I'm going to be putting this one right there. So let's just glue this one down. There you go. And then for this one, I think it might be nice to kind of pop it up, don't you think? I feel like it does need to be popped up as well as this one. Like I want both of those popping up on the card. Oh, that looks really nice, actually. Well, I'm going to put it like right here. Well, I want the happy... There we go. I want the happy... I actually like it there. And then I'm going to be adding this one right here. I'm going to be adding a dimensional here, and then, yeah. And I think a mini dimensional might be better for this one. If I can find... Yeah, here it is. Not a lot should be showing up on that. And then the rest will be, oh my gosh. I need to put, it kind of stuck on my finger. There we go. Oh, I need to pull this one out. There you go. And then finally, like I said, I think it will be nice to add a little bow, and I want to put it like on this side, you know. Now let me see if I like it like so, or if I need to color it. Maybe I need to color it. See, like white looks fine, but let's just color it and add a little bit more of interest on this one. So I'm gonna bring here just a scrap of paper, and I'm gonna cut this one. I love coloring my my ribbon, especially this ribbon. I just love how it looks because it has that what am I saying, the metallic edge, so it kind of pop ups even more. Now I am using the dark Daffodil Delight, and as you can see, I'm using the brush tip, and I am using it on a side. I'm not doing it like so. So it's more on a side, as you can see here. And I'm just gonna be making enough or coloring enough to kind of do my bow, okay? Now, one thing I gotta say, if you're not familiar with doing this, is that when it's still kind of wet, it's very flexible. But then once it dries, it kind of gets a little bit stiff, which I actually like how it looks. It makes your bow like not moving it, I think. So I think that's kind of interesting. There we go. There we go. And I might need to color a little bit more, and that's totally okay. We can just color a little bit more. We're gonna be then cutting it. There we go. And then I'm gonna be, oh, look at that. And see, what I love with the Stampin' Up, seriously, is that everything color coordinates, right? Like, even though this is Bumblebee, I mean, I use definitely light, but it goes really well. So hopefully you like that as well. And also you can make it in any color. Like if you wanted to have it on a green, you can also color green. And again, if you don't want to color it, you can also leave it white. I feel like when I color it, it just makes it more unique, more customized in a way. And so I love that. And so definitely I highly recommend you try it and see if you like it. So there you go. Super cute, super easy. Let me show you two other samples so that you can see what I mean with doing that. Here is another one, and you're going to be making some cards using the Fine Art Floral Design Series paper. But you can see this is exactly the same layout. So play with the layouts, play with the Design Series paper. In this case, I used my Bumblebee in the back, or cardstock in the back, rather than another Design Series paper. But I could easily do Design Series paper. You have now all the Design Series papers already that we have for this new catalog, so play with it. Here is another one from a, let me show you another one here. From the Flowers for All Season. And again, this is back when we were doing Christmas cards and whatnot, but you can see it's the same concept. You have the two Design Series paper, and in fact, you can see actually this one is exactly the same. I have 3 Design Series paper right there. So again, look and see how you can mix and match. You get beautiful cards, and you can use sentiments, like in this case. You could use embellishments. In this case, I used the poinsettia. Then you also have this one from the same set. And this one in particular, it uses that Forever Firm gold leaf, which is really cool. And instead of using a strip here, like in this case, I use the strip, but I put ribbon. In this case, I use the strip. Oh, It's pulling out. Oh yeah, that's one thing. You need to let it dry a little bit because when it is wet, it has alcohol, and so it kind of, I will have to put another glue that once it's completely dry. And then you have this one that has the cardstock and then the paper. Now for this one, you have the, I used a label. That is also kind of like long, but you can see it here. I used a label. And let me just make sure I add a glue dot because this one was still kind of wet and it didn't glue, which is kind of unusual. So let me just put it back. But yeah, if it is kind of wet, I should have waited a little bit. When you color your, there we go, much better. Yeah, when you color the ribbon, make sure it's dry. And again, it's gonna get a little bit stiffer. Like in this case, you can see it's a little bit more stiff. It's not as flexible. Where is the ribbon so I can show you? So you can see on this one is super flexible, right? And this one, it kind of gets a little more stiffer, as you can see. So definitely let it dry before you put the glue dot so that it stays there, because it's alcohol, it kind of wets the glue dot and then it takes away the adhesive part. So I should have waited. But anyway, but like I said, and in this case, I used the label. So play with it. In essence, it's the same layout as you can see. But you can mix and match different papers that you have. And like I said, now you have every single paper that we have on the catalog. So there's lots of options for you to be able to use this type of card for all the paper that you have now. So anyway, so thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. Very excited with doing this paper share, and I hope you are enjoying it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.